Good morning, Lockpod. Welcome to Lockpod Live from Powering Indiana Lake County Studios, the Midwest's most dangerous podcast.
Wow, that was good.
That was
Like
good.
that?
So
Yeah.
smooth.
I practiced that.
It's exciting to be here.
Yeah, thank you, Johnny Cantrell and Jenny Craig Brown, for subbing in today. We have no Tom McDermott and no Kevin Smith, so we are rogues today.
So everyone's assuming they're at some kind of spa day together?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I got a picture of them earlier in Bubbles, so I
Oh,
don't know. It was odd.
There's a lot of
Just all bubbles or like what?
Just Bubbles, that's all it
I mean,
was.
yeah, there's a lot of images there.
And why did you get the picture?
I
it a
no, I
text?
don't like to talk about those.
Well, it could be like a
Especially-
reminder, don't forget to be on Lockpod
Bring your
today.
That's what it
Bubbles.
was. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Because we're knee deep in bubbles.
You know, let's just restart the. Let's just forget everything we just said. And good morning,
Midwest's most
Lockpod.
Dangerous podcast.
Yeah, bubbles are the least dangerous thing. So, a reboot is good.
I am known to have glitter and bubbles on me, so.
Hey, John, have you ever had a? I just,
Wait,
I just caught what Jenny said, and it diverted my mind
Yeah.
from what I
Sorry
was
to
going to ask John.
distract. Yeah. Sorry.
hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me today. This is so exciting.
We're very excited to have you here and talk all kinds of things fun and lovely and
Positive. Yeah. We're the good news people, right?
I went to the sportsmanship banquet, the sectional basketball banquet in Lake County a long time ago. They had a businessman who was upset about some fight that happened between two teams, and he wanted to get a sportsmanship dinner together. And this was the 71st. And you guys, GreatNews.Life had a
we
great
covered
presence
it.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. The
Yeah.
pictures, I was actually just looking at those. Pictures are fantastic. That's such a cool event.
It is, and there's a lot of sponsors and a lot of businessmen get together and feed everybody and get everybody together, especially, when the sectional tournament starts. That's when the war begins.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a big, big thing. We'll be at all of it.
And that's why you guys are so good, because you're literally at everything.
We are, yeah. We were at 219 Day. We were at that one. We
Yeah.
try to be everywhere.
I had a
school
great
sports?
I had a great 219 Day, and my in-laws are from St. Louis, and they came into town and they wanted to come to this. And I think that my father-in-law has a huge man crush on Magic Steve here. Steve
Oh,
Kellogg.
Magic Steve, you did it!
I would
Look
think
what
so.
You've done.
I think so.
Yeah,
He was like glue that night.
He just loved you.
yeah.
and all
He
your
wanted
tricks.
more. He couldn't get enough. But I mean, he wasn't the only one. There's legions of Magic Steve
I
followers.
mean,
and
we
new
all know
followers,
that's
and
kind
new
of a big
followers.
deal,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Your father-in-law is one of those that likes to follow me around and go, okay, so tell me how you did it. So, how'd you do this? How'd you do that?
Yeah.
Magic Steve reveals no secrets.
No.
That's true.
He
Everything I
won't
do
tell
is
me,
magic.
then he's not telling anyone
Even
else.
when
That's not fair.
he's very intoxicated, you still can't get anything.
Yeah,
out of
he
him,
holds
which
it
is
tight.
Annoying. Yeah. it's
Wait, was
annoying.
he intoxicated and doing magic on 219 Day?
I
No
don't think
comment.
so. I don't think so. But maybe towards the end. I don't know.
No,
So-
all good.
219 Day was awesome, like John said. There's a couple shots here. Here's Tom with his Elvis
Oh
Tom
my
cut
gosh,
out.
I love this.
It took me a few minutes to figure out like that was a Elvis outfit, because it could be an extra in the movie Grease.
Yeah, I was gonna say it
Yeah.
looks
It
like
just
a
fits him
70s.
so well. Yeah.
There's some bullfighting stuff going on there.
He actually dressed up for that picture, the cardboard cutout picture.
Yeah,
like
I
that's
mean,
his body.
It's obvious.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I believe it.
This was a great shot. So there was a corner of 219 Day that was, because it was Vegas themed, so there
Yes.
was some free to play like casino games like blackjack.
And you win prizes instead of actual cash.
Look at the fun.
Oh my
That
gosh.
this woman-
She is having a blast.
She actually came up later on during the pinata thing, and she hit the pinata. I think she hit it with her cane.
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously, she had a cane, and I think she used her cane instead of the stick.
I'm not sure exactly who she was. I was introduced to her. We were on the dance floor, and we came over there, and I said, "What animal print are you wearing?" And she's like, it's a cougar. Like she was awesome. Like she was a lot of fun.
I want to be having that much fun at that age.
Me too. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to wear a lot of that fabric, I think.
Yeah.
That pattern is lovely.
And no 219 Day Vegas theme would be complete without Steve the Magic Man.
Well, I mean,
I mean-
I love that they got you to do that, Magic Steve, because, I mean, when you think about Las Vegas and the shows, you think about famous magicians that have just never-ending stays there. Like,
Yes.
how did it come about? Whose idea was it for you, the famous Northwest Indiana magician, to do Vegas night here?
You know what? Eileen just called me.
Yeah.
And she said, "Hey, we're doing Vegas night, and Vegas is not Vegas without a magician.
Hell
so
yes.
come perform." But honestly, I would have been at 219 Day, and I would have had my deck of cards in my hand anyway,
matter what.
doing magic for everyone. So just like every event I go to. So the only difference was is I dressed up for the event.
You know, watching you walk around 219 Day doing magic, it kind of seemed like you had a bulletproof vest on. It's because you had all these props and supplies on your person. Like, how many decks of cards did you have on you that night? Because I was counting like 11. I mean, you don't.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Secret, yeah.
I just use one regular normal deck of cards
Steve,
the whole evening.
I'm going to read.
Because it's magic.
That's right.
It's magic.
It is magic.
This is a real text from my father to me and my brother after 219.
Oh no.
I'm nervous.
This is okay. Paul, the highlight of my evening was the card trick. What's his name played on me. My dad doesn't even know your name. I'll have to explain it.
Papa V.
I'll have to
Appreciate that.
explain it to you over the phone. I don't know how he did it. John doesn't know. Those who watched it don't know. It was unbelievable! Exclamation mark.
No, it's magic.
Yes. I thought your dad was going to say, "Hey, John and Paul, who was the lady in the cougar vest? I need to know her number."
She gave me hers 3 times and I lost it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So my mother-in-law was really mesmerized by the trick Magic Steve did. He has like imaginary deck of cards, and he asks you to pick it. Then you say it out loud, and he guesses your card right, and there's not even an actual card.
That's
That's next.
crazy.
Do you know what?
It's like magic inside of magic.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, Vesmar, do you know what magic trick that mesmerized your father? Do you know what specific one?
I was there for it.
Okay.
It was the invisible card.
Yeah.
It
Yes,
was
the
the
invisible-
invisible
Yes,
card. Look
yeah.
at you.
I thought Mini-Me. Mini-Me usually is the one that breaks everyone's.
Oh, if he would have saw
Oh,
that.
Mini-Me,
process.
I've seen
Yeah.
Mini-Me, and it is impressive.
Okay, so like my kids have seen Magic Steve at their school. They we kind of like when we see where he's going to be performing, we go there. What's the next event that you have Magic Steve, and how do people contact you? Because I truthfully, yeah, you're amazing.
this.
Let's break it down.
Well, geez, the public events. Most times I do private parties, but I know the public events I will probably be at. Well, I'm always at the Pierogi Fest.
Yeah.
Nice, yes.
And I will most likely be at the what's the Hessville one?
The Hessville Pierogi Fest.
The
No,
Hessville
that's
Fest.
the Pierogi Fest.
All right, but what's your contact?
You can just find me on Facebook. Just the Magic of Stephen Kellogg. You can find me on Facebook, and I'm there. And I don't always put all the events up there, but the public ones I do. So
And there's
you can always
two
find something
there's
up
two
there.
G's in Kellogg, by the way.
Yes,
And 2 L's.
2 L's, 2 G's, just like the cereal.
Double L,
Just
double
like
G.
the
Saying
cereal.
my
Really?
whole life. Yes.
Anyway, speaking of
I didn't know
Mini-Me,
that.
how about P. Diddy? You guys hear
Oh.
what's going on?
Oh,
Yeah.
sad panda.
Wait, are you saying that because you're a Diddy fan and you're
No.
sad to see what's
No,
happening to
do
him?
not bring me into that world, sir.
She's like, oh no, it's all gonna come out now.
Speaking of great news,
That one time
No,
in New
I
York.
swear, there's no old tweets about me and Diddy. There's nothing. I don't know. I'm not a supporter.
no,
This was interesting though because
yes.
with the lawyer, and we have a lawyer here. I just
We never have a lawyer here.
Wow.
never do. Never
So
do.
now that we do, JC, what's going on here? Like, let me throw up this article.
Okay.
So, one of Diddy's lawyers, you assume he's got a team,
Yes.
quits, and he's quoted as saying, "Under no circumstances can I continue." Go ahead.
So this is real. This is really tricky, and I can break it down pretty easily. Because, a lot of times you learn things during the course of a case. Your client's like, hey, I didn't do it. And I'm like, well, are you sure we want to go get that bank footage that's about 2 buildings down? The police never looked for it, but I'm going to go get it. But I got to do get a third-party subpoena so everybody's going to get it. Are you sure we want to get this video? And they say, yeah, get it. And I get it. And then everybody gets it, and we look at it, and we're like, that shows you doing this. And we're like, oh, I didn't think that was going to happen. And so, you think, oh, my God, that's terrible. But, I mean, that's Wednesday. Like, that's pretty normal. And so a lot of things happen during the course of a case where you're like, oh, this guy lied to me or he made me mad. Like, that's not a big deal. That's nothing that you'd run away from. Like, if P. Diddy was lying to him and then he learned that he was lying, that's not a big deal. So this lawyer is clearly trying to get out of the case. Something happened and he wants out. He's like, some people, and sometimes you get paid to do a case, and then you're like, well, I would pay money not to be here. I would pay money to get away from this person. They're really hard to deal with. They're a lunatic. They expect too much. But P. Diddy, you could literally go see him every day, all day, and he has enough money to pay you $1,000 an hour to go see him in the jail. So
Absolutely.
what could have made this attorney go away? And all he's doing is saying appropriate buzzwords to get himself off the case. Because, if you come in and say, I cannot move forward, we have a breakdown, it's an irretrievable breakdown between us, so get me out of the case. And, everybody kind of stops. Judges and prosecutors don't really pry at this point, because it seems like the answer would be, well, this is why, and then it would breach attorney-client privilege and things like that. He's just saying, I can't. You got to get me off the case. Don't ask any questions, but I got to get out of here. And so something crazy's going on, but he just wants out. Like, that's all this is. He just wants to get away from this, and no money is worth the aggravation or, P. Diddy's yelling at him because he can't get him out of jail.
But John, is it right that this guy was the attorney for for someone else that we also despise?
Now, I don't know if this is true. It looks true.
It is.
It is true. Okay, this same lawyer who wants out of the P. Diddy case was also a defense lawyer in the case against Osama bin Laden
Oh my goodness.
versus the United States.
So for bin Laden,
So
he's
this
just
is-
like, okay, you killed these people. Okay, I see it. Okay, that's we can
You
get around that.
masterminded this.
We can get around that.
We
yeah,
can work with this.
Yeah, we can work with that.
Right.
Well, and
Let's check out this P. Diddy stuff though. Oh hell no!
the attorney is obviously
Oh no!
well versed in defending the indefensible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know what this is, but he's just saying, "Get me off of this ship right now."
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
that's all that really means.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
So it could be more vague than that, but it just does not look great.
No, I mean, and like the ship is sinking and people want off his case, but there's going to be a lot of lawyers lined up around New York City that are willing, ready, and able to take his money.
So will we ever know this because of the attorney-client privilege stuff? Is there any way we can ever know why this attorney dropped this?
It's possible, like there could be something going on, and then it will come out in a motion later or things like that. But obviously, maybe he saw something that he just can't get past. Maybe, like everybody has their breaking point, and maybe Diddy did something too crazy and he saw it and he's like, I got to get out of here, But I mean, again, he defended Osama bin Laden, so like, how do you trump the atrocities of that?
That's my thinking.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
understand.
That's a title right there.
How
Yeah.
do you get worse? Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's ask Diddy.
Yeah, that was a lot of lube they had in there, so who knows?
How do you trump
He's like, well,
atrocities?
check out this photo. He's like, oh, that's okay. That's okay. Well, damn, look at
Yeah.
this. Oh, my God. We got to get out of this.
Everybody has their breaking point, but it just seems like to me he just wanted out like desperately. And you can say a few things to get yourself out of a case, and that's one of them.
What kind of cases have you done this towards without revealing your...
Oh, you have done this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're like, I got to get out.
So let's say that you have a client. He's a rich drug dealer and he is on probation and he gets caught again and they raid his house and then he's like, get me out like you just did like a year and a half ago with this other case. We're like, no, well, you got busted, you got probation, now you have to sit in jail till the court makes a determination or jury makes a determination that you're guilty, and you can't get the guy out. And him and his family are going crazy, like, you stink, you're terrible. They just keep bugging you, and you're like, I'm not doing this anymore. Like, you got a new case on probation. I cannot get you out. I don't know why you're calling me 77 times a day, but there's literally nothing I can do. And some people think that if they stay pushy or they keep calling you, and some guys have 19 different girlfriends and a bunch of family members, and it just gets to be overwhelming. And like, this isn't worth it. I got to go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just a basic example that every lawyer's experienced.
Well, going back to your example earlier of your bank robbery guy, that you get the bank robbery and you get the video, then you see him doing this.
Mm-hmm.
You're still going to defend this guy.
Sure.
And this is I think it's part of the thing, as me being in the police field, this is part of the line that we always draw is like, well, oh man, like, I love you, John, but this guy's guilty, and you see he's guilty. Where's the defense?
Things get easy if you're going to go do a robbery, and the penalty in Indiana for an armed robbery is 3 to 16 years. So the judge has a huge amount of latitude based on criminal record and things like that.
That's it.
So yeah,
that seems like
low.
So it's a huge range.
Yeah.
And if you think about an armed robbery, like if you have a knife on you and somebody is sitting at their dining table outside, and you come up and you steal somebody's purse and you run down the street, that's technically an armed robbery. You're armed with a knife.
Wow.
You stole something in somebody's presence, so that triggers armed robbery. And then there's like jumping over the pharmacy counter and holding up a gun to somebody, and the clerk has a heart attack. Like, I'm just giving you some good examples of cases I had. Both of those are armed robberies, and one is infinitely worse than the other. In Indiana, if you steal something at somebody's table and you just grab their purse and you take off running, that's a robbery. That's not a theft. If they're in the bathroom and you take their purse off the table, that's a theft, but it's a robbery. So, when you have somebody like that, all I'm trying to do is try to get them closer to 3 than 16.
Gotcha.
Like, they need to get into rehab. They need to talk about their drug problem. We need to get their records from their previous stints in rehab. They're just an addict, and everybody feels bad for the addict but hates the robber drug dealer.
Yeah.
But the addict, you can kind of put them in a better position. So sometimes you're just begging for mercy, and you're trying to create a scenario where you can show they're not a bad person. We're having some bad times.
Yeah.
What is that on the table, by the way, Jenny? What is that black?
Oh, sorry. I didn't turn this towards the camera. Should we try it? I want to really.
Yeah.
This is I brought you guys a Great News megaphone so that you can shout your good news.
Do it in the mic.
Okay,
How's
I'm
that
really scared
there?
of it, if I could be honest. Shouting your good news.
That's great.
That's a megaphone.
It's a megaphone for you guys to shout out all your good news.
And
GreatNews.Life style.
A concert that I saw with Tom one time, he will appreciate this. We saw it was Stone Temple Pilots? No. What's the other one? Yeah, I think it is Stone Temple Pilots.
What's the other band?
Are they the
There's
ones
two
that-
bands out
I
there.
am, smelling like a rose.
I am smelling like a
Kiss
rose.
from a rose on the gra- Is that Seal?
It starts off like this stuff. It's like, I am smelling like a rose.
Oh.
Somebody gave me on my
Now I know
birthday.
I like that song.
I didn't know it until you did that,
Yeah,
but
that
now
one.
I get
I think
it.
that's Stone Temple
I think you're
Pilots,
right.
right?
I think
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we saw them at the Horseshoe Casino.
Is that
And,
is that gasoline?
That one's not. That one's dead and bloated.
Does
But
anyone know this?
he came off and did it. He came out with a megaphone. That's what made me think of that.
Hey, Steve, can you sing
It
that
is
one more
Stone
time
Temple
for chat
Pilots.
to
Yeah.
see if they can get it? That
Chat,
was
does
that was
anyone
pretty
know
good.
this song?
Do it. Give it one
Go
more
ahead.
time.
I
One
already
more
said
time.
what it was.
No, the band. You don't know the band, though.
Oh, it's dead and bloated. I'm
Yep.
99%
Dead and
No, you're
bloated.
absolutely right. I looked it up.
Yeah,
That's
Stone
the
Temple
band,
Pilots.
Dead and
It's
Bloated?
Dead and
No,
Bloated
no.
is the
Stone
song.
Temple Pilots.
Because
Dead
it's
and
not
Bloated is
actually
the song,
called
yeah.
Smelling Like a Rose. It's called Dead and Bloated by Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah.
What else is going on in the world?
Yeah. What else we got?
Judge?
We have a lot of stuff.
This is a Cantrell submitted news item.
Ooh.
You want to take the lead on this, John?
Yeah, they have an order that transferred all people who are classified as transgender females.
12 of them.
Yeah, out of all
12.
Yes, it's really
Thank
really
you,
small
amen.
percentage.
Yeah.
Are being transferred to male prisons.
I hate
Yes.
this.
Or are they?
Well, that's what Trump ordered all transgender female inmates to go to male prisons, and a federal judge just blocked it on Monday. Well, yesterday. So
Because
this
Trump has nothing else to do.
Yeah, and I would like to see what the number of federal inmates are in America, but this was 12 inmates out of the whole, all of the total. So the percentage is very, very small part of 1%, for sure. And so
It seems like he's really just trying to make a statement with this, with these affecting 12 people.
yeah,
right?
it's just like the issue with transgender people playing sports. It's if it's a very small percentage, but people have been focused on it, and the Republicans do a really good job of shouting this issue from the rooftops.
Yeah.
And this is like an intense setback, and there's all kinds of fighting going on with all federal employees who are getting terminated, getting laid off, and terminated Now Elon is making all these federal employees respond to an email of the 5 things they did last week, and they're like, well, what if this is all attorney-client privilege? I can't really tell you what I did last week, and there's all kinds of fighting going on, and it's the amount of litigation and the craziness is really hard to keep up with.
This judge is a Reagan-appointed judge who blocked this.
Yes.
Wow.
Which is interesting. And her point was, it looks like they're going to probably win this. So they got together, these inmates got together and filed a lawsuit because they were two main concerns. They were going to lose access to medical treatment if transferred to a male prison.
Yes.
And then also they're at a substantial risk of serious harm, like sexual assault, which is a violation of the 8th Amendment. Does anyone know what the 8th Amendment is exactly?
Cruel and unusual punishment.
Correct.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow. So she said, they're probably going to win this.
That. Good job.
Awesome.
Yeah, good job, Steve. You are a cop.
It's a magic cop.
You really are.
He knows the one about cruel and unusual punishment.
Yeah. But the fourth, something about pickleball or something. I don't remember what the 4th Amendment is. Who cares?
Yeah, wild.
So, I mean, it's interesting because you can really show that, if you're trying to get something stopped immediately without a trial and you're trying to file an injunction and you're talking about irreparable harm, these inmates, if they were to lose their medical treatment and lose some of the supplements and the medications they've been receiving, it would be hard to come back if all of a sudden they stop your medication and you win a lawsuit 18 months from now and then to start your medication all over again. So they had a pretty good case of showing why they needed to be granted an injunction now.
Yeah, also I could see, just speaking plainly, so 12 transgender females go to a male prison. I could see that second concern they have of maybe some bad things going down.
Yes.
So.
But there are inmates who are locked up now, and I just had a conversation. My client went to prison. He gets out. He's in. Goes to a halfway house. He sets an appointment to come see me, and he wants to get his license fixed because he doesn't want to get any misdemeanor driving violations because that'll violate his probation. So I was just talking to the guy about, it was like right before Christmas. He just got out. And I said, what was prison? How was different? I know you've been there earlier. And he's like, well, the weird part is, there's a lot of guys there and they have penises, but they also have breast implants. And so, shirts and skins gets weird on the prison yard when, 2 of your opponents have fake breasts. And he's like, it's a really weird, it's a weird environment because, yeah, I mean, being less heterosexual in prison is way more common than it used to be, according to him. So that's just an interesting observation.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah,
But they should let the people who have the breast implants, they should be on the shirts team. That's just me.
I mean, that's a really good point.
Yeah. And with that, I got to roll.
You want to read
What a
off a
great
couple ads?
line.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go into a couple of ads. Johnny C's got to get going here.
I imagine
quick.
you're probably conflicted though, as like a male. You're like, wow, look at those boobs.
I got that one. I'm guarding that one. Yeah.
Anyway, Powering Indiana Lake County, our premier and studio sponsor. Powering Indiana Lake County is your source for the region's most trusted electricians. At Powering Indiana Lake County, we set the standard for excellence in electrical work. As IBEW Local 697 electrical contractors, we ensure safety, reliability, and quality for Northwest Indiana businesses and homes alike. But our mission goes beyond the job site. We're creating a brighter future for the region we proudly serve. Powering Indiana Lake County, bringing excellence to the job, creating a brighter future for our community. Find the right electrical contractor at poweringindiana.org.
Prestmer Insurance Agency. For decades, Ron J. Prestmer Insurance Agency. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Prestmer?
Yep.
Insurance Agency has been located right on Indianapolis Boulevard, serving all your insurance needs. The Prestmer Agency specializes in a wide range of insurance products and services, including auto, home, business, life, and much more. The Prestmer Agency serves thousands of people and businesses throughout Chicagoland and the Midwest. Call Ron or Ronnie today at 219-844-0103. They're here to protect what matters most to you. Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious... I know, right?
She just
Byway
said, let me
Brewing.
just skip JC.
Oh, sorry.
No, keep going.
No, I love this.
Oh, my
Go.
goodness. I just am in my radio voice.
Yeah.
Byway Brewing is a family-friendly microbrewery with a spacious tap room and outdoor patio serving its award-winning craft beer and chef-driven food menu and craft cocktail on draft. Their brewing equipment and production facility offer a unique backdrop for events like bridal showers, reunions, or corporate parties. With their new food truck, they can cater your corporate or private events off-site. Just off 8094 and at the Kennedy Avenue South exit. Discover more at bywaybrewing.beer.
Frankie V's, no need to dress up. It's a casual place. Bring the whole family. We have plenty of space. A hidden gem in Hammond. You don't have to drive far. Delicious food, great service, and yes, a full bar. Try our homemade pizza chips, Italian beef, sausage, marinara, and more. We have delicious pizzas, pastas, and Italian foods galore. Don't go where they don't remember your name. It's not the same. Come to Frankie V's where everybody really knows your name. Visit us today at frankiev's.com for daily specials, full menu, and hours. It's really great. I recommend going there. You're going to have a great meal and a great time. Cantrell and Cantrell, that's me.
What do you mean by a great time?
You're going to go there, you're going to have drinks, you're going to meet fun people, you're going to laugh a lot, and you're not going to regret your experience.
Nice.
Cantrell and Cantrell, attorneys at law. Are you injured or in trouble with the law? Give Cantrell and Cantrell a call. Call John Cantrell at 219-554-4LAW or visit our website at bettercallcantrell.com. My wife, Kristen, and I are great attorneys. She prepared an amazing psychological profile for jurors on my case. I'm in a self-defense trial this week. It's going to be over today. But we're great lawyers. Do you want someone in the court and at the jail every day? Yes, that's important. Should you get your aunt's divorce attorney to do your DUI? No, she doesn't even know what a good plea is. She knows where the courtroom is, but she doesn't know anything about what's going on there. Hire someone that knows. Hire me.
Whoa, and
wow.
Someone in
Peace
chat
out.
put Cantrell Law is the best lawyer in NWI. I had him for a case, and we beat it like Rocky.
Oh, love that. Look at you.
And just like that, Johnny C disappears because he has to get out
Bye.
to the court. Thanks, John, for coming in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, that was fun.
Rogers Roofing. When you want the best for your home and family, trust the best in the business. Rogers Roofing. Rogers Roofing has transformed homes in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland for more than 55 years, providing quality roofing, siding, gutters, and windows, all backed by the best warranties in the business. To learn more and to schedule your free consultation, visit rogersroofing.com or call 219-933-9145 today. That's rogersroofing.com, 933-9145. And remember, at Rogers Roofing, excellence is expected every time.
Every time. Here, I'm going to put this way so everyone can see it.
I thought for sure, like, one of you would read an ad from the Bullhorn. But that didn't happen.
Gosh.
Well, we got that round
Missed
two.
opportunity. That's
time.
true. There's
That's
always
round
round
two. We
two.
have round two.
It would have been good for the Byway one, but then I was so nervous and, you know.
Hey, John, are you going to play this? Are you going to play this Alec Baldwin?
I have to.
Oh,
you
man.
You have to play this. I watched this video last night, and this. I mean,
I didn't see the video. I just read the article about it.
I think I would probably punch the guy too, though. I mean,
I know.
he didn't punch him.
I
He didn't punch him,
understand.
but
He just literally, I think he threatened to break his neck.
Yeah, not necessarily kill him, just paralyze him. And
Yeah.
well, not even that. that
And
he's,
only if the camera wasn't there.
Yeah,
so
just-
we're fine.
Okay.
it's not that he's just doing it, but then he brings up all his other stuff, which I'm sure is a little stressful in his life too, about the shooting and everything.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Yeah, let's back up here. Let's start at the beginning. So I don't know if you've heard about this. This just happened last night, I think. But there's a Trump impersonator. I'm sure you've all seen him. Pretty funny. But he sees Alec Baldwin on the street. And he goes up to him in his Trump voice, and he's just giving Alec Baldwin a hard time. To the point where Alec Baldwin actually threatens physical violence against this guy. Now, the question is, do you side with Baldwin here, or do you side with the Trump impersonator? So this is like a minute or so. Let's play this. You're going to hear what the Trump impersonator says, and I agree with Steve. It's pretty wild stuff. But did he deserve to be threatened to have his neck broken? Let's play this here.
Alec, it's your favorite president. Look, Alec, I will offer you a total pardon, because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends. I will give you a total pardon for murdering that woman if you...
That's so messed up.
I see
Nope.
right there as a human, I don't know that I would have been able to control myself
Yeah.
either.
That's wild. Okay.
Kiss the ring, Alec. Kiss the big, beautiful ring. Come on, Alec. Come on, look at Alec Baldwin, right? He did that impersonation of me. It was Not too hot, not too good. But look, we're back in office. You lost. Kamala lost. She's somewhere getting intoxicated. Look at that suitcase. Unbelievable. Well, Alec, if you don't want that pardon for murdering that woman in cold blood, you can call it first degree, you can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. She's looking down on me right now, smiling.
What
happy.
the
Thank
my
you for
God.
confronting the man who took me out, who killed me, and that's okay.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
You realize, by the
Whoa.
way, no, look at me. I want you to
Yeah,
look in the
sure,
eye.
sure.
You know, you got a camera on me here?
The ring? No, it's the ring.
But you realize my kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know something.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children.
Listen to me real careful.
Okay.
If this camera was here, I'd snap your fucking neck in half and break your fucking neck right there. You know that, don't you?
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act. Believe me. Believe me. Okay. Oh, he's yelling at me. I'm a citizen of this. I was born and raised in New York City. I love you, Alec. Alec, look, Alec, you don't want to attack your favorite president, Alec. Look, I love you. I love you, Alec. He's got more balls than De Niro, that I can tell you. De Niro ran away. Alec confronted. That's good. He's strong.
I think he decided at some point, this guy's dangerous. I think I'm actually going to try and get away from him, and he stayed in character in trying to do that.
Like walking away. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you
He's
guys
like,
are ever on, if you're ever on Reddit, it's the everyone's a jerk here. That's the option I'm picking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
What's that?
that's if you're ever on Reddit, it's technically the a-hole. They write in and they say, "Am I the a-hole for whatever?" And then sometimes the answer is yes or no, or yes, but everyone in this situation is. And I feel like that's what this is. It's just, that was such a hateful thing to say. And I know, good news Jenny over here coming in with the positives, but like,
Yeah.
dang people, why do we gotta be so mean?
Yeah, I just don't like.
Like that's a hot button to push.
Yeah, when you go at somebody and say, I thought it was a guy who was killed in that.
No.
In that
it's
that was a
woman.
female. I
Yeah.
did not know that. But just to come out strong like that, I mean, he's saying if the camera wasn't there, then I'd kill you. I don't know if that's even a threat. So
I mean, snap your neck. It's not threatening death.
yeah, I don't know. At some point, you push somebody so far that that they're going to say stuff like that. So I don't know, but I would definitely would not want to have this guy
like-
coming up to me, squandering and putting on social media where it's going to hit millions of views probably, and even more now because it's going to hit the news.
Yeah, this is going to be huge, but at least he he was calmer than I would have been.
Yeah.
Chat, what do you
Honestly.
think? Are you team Baldwin here or team Trump impersonator? I'm with you guys. I think all bets are off when he
Yeah.
brought up the woman that he accidentally killed.
Yeah.
On
If he really wanted to get at him, he should have said, "I'm not going to just break your neck. I'm going to take a stage prop gun and point it at you, and, and pull the trigger."
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I
pretty
feel
wild.
like I wish he would have come out with something, really clever, but I wouldn't have been able to either with him hitting those buttons.
Do you guys like Alec Baldwin, like as a actor or person?
I have not heard enough good things about him to say that I like him as a person. I think he's been a decent actor in some stuff.
Yeah,
He's cool.
He's always
He seems
funny on
cool.
Saturday
He
Night
seems,
Live.
Yeah, he seems funny. He seems cool.
Sweaty balls. Was that?
Yep.
Was that him? Really?
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
Wow,
now I gotta
he's
find
a
that
character.
clip.
I do like him a lot on his stuff, but I've also heard some prima donna things about him, I think, too.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jenny. So I'm not a huge fan, but what's weird is like I consider his cameo in Glengarry Glen Ross as like one of the best performances of all time
Okay.
of anyone anywhere on the planet or other planet. Like it's amazing.
I haven't seen that movie in so long. I couldn't even remember.
I
what
own
he
it,
did.
but I haven't seen it in a long time either. Yeah.
You own it?
I do.
You own Glengarry Glen Ross?
I
That's a
think
random movie to own.
Technically, shout out to Chris Mallman. I think when I started with the company, he asked, have I ever seen that? And I said no. So I think he gave it to me
So
or
he
bought
loaned
it
you
for
the
me.
VHS.
Yeah, I think it was actually a DVD. But
Oh,
I do.
okay.
Yeah, I think it was new enough to be a DVD. But then I had to watch it, and then of course, but that was 12 years ago or something. So
Yeah.
I don't know that I've seen it since.
Speaking of Jenny, your GreatNews.Life and Chris Mallman, what in the world is going on? Because we haven't had enough positivity yet today. We have gone negative.
Oh, I was like, what's
negative.
going on? It felt like it was going negative, and I was like, nothing.
Well, I know we have another
fantastic.
story too. Do you want to talk about this other story? I mean, we have this other story too about Russia-Ukraine battle here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Should we
I
come
know,
back
it's
to that
so
maybe
heavy.
in a
Let's
little
see
bit?
if we have time.
We'll end on a negative.
Let's
get
maybe-
into the fun stuff.
Never mind. Let's just kill it all together and go positive
Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
So what do we have going on? We have a lot of good going on. I am sad. We should have had Chris here with me to do some ASMR like the last time he was here. That
Oh,
was
yes.
fantastic. Just the calming voices. And then there's me who comes in like Marge's
You are-
smoking sister over
Yes,
here.
you are the opposite of ASMR.
Yeah, I am not ASMR whatsoever. I'm just a little scratchy all the time and extra loud. So it's a little different. But otherwise, all is well at Good News. We are doing fantastic. We just announced, I have it. Look, we just announced the beautiful All About the Girls Part 10. That's our big
What?
thing. So Part 10, can you believe it? So this will be our 10th All About the Girls. If you've not been, All About the Girls is basically our female empowerment arm at Great News, and we started it obviously back in the day, just trying to put some really incredible women that were influencing me out in the spotlight, and it grew really big. So we've got last June, we had 425 women attend, women and men, just so we're clear. Everybody's welcome, but it is about 90% women.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, so
So
if
I
you're-
mean, listen, if you're trying to
What's
get to
the
meet
date on
some
this?
amazing ladies. So it's June 12th, 2025, downtown Valparaiso, Urschel Pavilion.
Whoa. So all the single men out there.
Yes, because
Crash
these are
this
going to be
party.
like primo women. So you've got to
Exactly.
come, but you've got to
Top
come with your
shelf.
A game too.
Well, I will
Don't
tell you,
mess
the
around.
bars after this event are packed.
Yes,
And
everyone floods
is-
downtown, hangs out, has some drinks. It's such a fun night, and it's all about we choose 5 women to put on the stage for the year, and they basically tell their story through the theme of each year. So this year's theme is, I think this might be like a drop. I just realized I don't know that we've put this out. So you guys
Is this
are,
huge?
I think.
Hold on. Let me start this.
Yeah,
Okay.
we need some.
This is breaking news on Lockpod. All right.
All right, so we're gonna launch the theme.
Wait, in the bullhorn, please.
Oh, we're going to launch the theme right here on Lockpod. This is going to be a little weird, by the way. Dear me, advice you would give to a younger you. Did you hear that? Could you hear
Dear
that?
me.
Dear me. So we have a theme every year. There's been True Grit. There's been This Is Me. So every year we really try to have a somewhat vague theme that people can wrap their story around. And this year is Dear Me. So advice you would give to a younger you. How young? It's up to you. What the story you tell is, that's up to you as well. So these women get up and kind of tell their story. Of course, some women make you laugh, some make you cry, some manage to do both, which is really cool. And it's just a really inspiring night. The networking that happens is incredible. Just the connections that are made between, this woman and this nonprofit, or these 2 business women that can help each other. It's just a really incredible event. So we're hoping to sell out this year at 500.
And what was your first event? Your first event was 10 years ago.
Well, technically 11 with the pandemic. We didn't have it in 2020. So
Okay.
we started in 2012
And so how many people attended the very first
or
event?
2013. I can't math. Sorry. 50-ish.
50-ish.
Yeah, so we started it just on a whim. I was talking to Chris about, I just met someone cool, and I'm like, this Donna Flanagan or whoever it was, this such an incredible woman. I hope she wants to be my friend / mentor / inspiration. And then he's, Chris kind of asked, like, I love that you have this about you where you want to meet these women and you want to kind of engage with them and keep them as part of your life. How do we put them out forward for more women to get to know, and how do we put them in that limelight? So we just started brainstorming, and we had the event for the first year at Industrial Revolution, which is just a bar restaurant in in Valparaiso. And literally we had it in the bar. There was, I think probably far too many speakers. I think we had 8 that year, which is just too much time, of course. We learned along the way. But there was about 50 people there, which was more than we expected. So we thought, well, man, I think people like this. And so the next year we moved it to a larger space at a country club kind of event venue. And we sold that out several years in a row, but it was only at 300. So we needed to grow. And then, of course, the pandemic hit. Couldn't have it, so we brought it back, but we brought it back at Urshel Pavilion so it could be outside. So that kind of open air vibe, hopefully, as we kind of tried to exit the pandemic, would help a little bit, making people comfortable. And we loved the venue enough that we've kept it since.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful.
It
there.
is
and
beautiful.
It's covered the whole time. So even if
Yep.
you get rain or something, it's.
Yep.
But I don't really think you really have.
We've been
it seems
so
like it's always
lucky.
Been beautiful nights.
Absolutely.
on
Yeah, we
PSS.
had some rain in 2023. But it all stopped ahead of the event. And yeah, we've been so lucky. Last year, similarly, we had the opposite issue where it was a little hot. I think it was 87, 90 something maybe, but it was really hot. So we just got some
What was the
fans.
humidity percentage
Oh
that
my
day?
gosh, 1 million. 1 million, 1 million. And so we
So-
got some fans and we got, some misters and we made it work. It was great.
So, so can people get tickets now?
Tickets will be live in about a week or two, so you gotta wait. But we just announced the save the date because we've got 5 months or so. So we've got some time, but we'll launch in mid-March probably.
And people in chat are saying it's an awesome event, so you have some fans.
Yay!
So I think let's see, Kelly Mickey. Was she
Oh
a
my
speaker
gosh,
at one?
she was a speaker. She was incredible. She made everyone cry
She is
and
incredible.
laugh. She's
Kelly's
amazing.
incredible.
Absolutely,
I was gonna
love
say,
her.
Yeah, Kelly. You've had Judge Marissa on there before.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Judge Marissa was incredible as well. She told her kind of story about her background and where she came from and just the story of her journey here. And it was really cool. Yeah.
How about some ads? Then we're going to come back, finish out the show with a couple cool things. Steve, you got something you want to talk about that's pretty big too, right?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, stick around. What's it going to be? Maybe he's going to read like more from the 8th Amendment, the
Oh, yeah.
Constitution.
The
or-
8th Amendment. Here it goes. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Tortillas Nuevo Leon is the gold standard in Mexican cuisine across the Midwest. Look for Tortillas Nuevo Leon's popular red and white label at your local grocery store and enjoy quality Mexican products made with local expertise.
Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor,
music.
para ti y tu familia de todo corazón. Tortillas Nuevo León, hechas con amor, para ti y tu familia, de todo corazón.
Here we go. Here we go.
Chris says he wants to be a speaker, but he's a dude. So
That's
yeah,
right, Chris. Sorry.
Can't do it.
I've
Sorta
been
how it
trying that for
works.
years. I keep telling Jenny
Yeah.
I'm open that night, and she never hires me. It's really weird.
My husband says if we ever have a dude on stage, it has to be him because he's my husband. But then Chris says, well, yeah, but I sort of helped start this. And then they fight, and it's weird.
And I'm me, so.
Yeah, and then you're over here being magic, and then they're like, well, we can't compete with the magician. It's not fair. So we had to take him out of the run just to not make everybody jealous.
Fair enough.
All right, here we go. MCR Partners is your one-stop destination for top-notch expertise in economic development, finance, and planning. With a dedicated team geared up to tackle your projects head-on, they're your go-to comprehensive solution providers. Dive into the world of economic development with MCR Partners and let them guide you through the maze of opportunities. Stay in the loop and connected by checking out their website at mcrpartnersllc.com. For tailored assistance, don't hesitate to reach out to Matt Reardon at 219-741-9511.
Calumet Brewing. Busch Light, the coldest and smoothest light lager around, is the second fastest growing beer in the country, and we're serious about cracking a cold one and heading for the mountains. We get excited about 30 packs in the cooler, reeling in a big fish, supporting the farming community, hunting season, and cracking up some country music. I think this is an old ad, but that's okay. Sorry, Calumet Brewing. As the official beer of NASCAR and
Thanks, Kevin.
professional bull riders, Busch Light is always cold and smooth waiting for you. Head over to Cal Brew and Busch Light websites and the social media pages for their great family of beers. Enjoy Busch Light with beers and cheers responsibly. But I got to tell you what, like Calumet Brewing is at every single event I go to. I see Jamie every time I walk into a place. There he is. And they're always promoting. They're always doing good stuff.
Yeah.
And they are everything, especially here in the Hammond area.
They're big in the community, man.
They're big in the region as a whole. So thank you, Calumet Brewing.
We love you.
Love you, Dad.
Hope you find your dad.
Who was that?
It's from.
I know it's from Elf, but
yeah, it was the Norwal, wasn't it?
The Norwal.
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. I love that movie. Elevate your brand with Misprint, the premier printing and sign solution in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. With a 30-year legacy of excellence, their experienced team, led by Rick Ensberger, combines Baltensberger? Is this an old joke I didn't get?
No.
Okay.
No. It just keeps getting worse.
Baltensberger.
Is your name a joke, Rick? Rick, come on. No.
Well, I just
this gotta be a
expected the
joke.
E and the B to be capitalized, but they're not.
So
Rick Baltenberger
combines innovation and technology to deliver top quality signs and printing, always on time and within budget. Conveniently located in Munster and Hammond, Misprint is your partner for creating impactful visual solutions using the latest innovation and technology. Visit them at misprintusa.com to bring your vision to life today.
Is that it?
You have one last one.
We've got one last one. Yes. I've heard this a million times on the show, and I can never say it. Kuklakis law. Kuklakis?
Yes,
That's right? Kuklakis.
Good.
I hear you guys, but I just can't do it. Kuklakis law. Are you facing challenges you don't know where to turn? Look no further than Kuklakis law. You guys, I'm not...
Ran by Rick Baltenberger.
Your trusted source for legal advice in Indiana and Illinois. Illinois. Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
I just noticed that.
Plural. There's two of them over
I
there.
can't hold it together anymore. I'm done. Struggling with immigration paperwork? Need a visa, green card, or help with naturalization? Kuklakis Law is here to guide you every step of the way. Our attorneys have the experience to guide you through the complex process of family immigration, humanitarian relief, and the naturalization with ease. And naturalization with ease. There's no the. Don't face immigration challenges alone. Call Kuklakis Law at 219-671-6347 to schedule a free consultation. Hablamos español.
Thank you to
Yo
our
también.
sponsors. Yes,
It
and
took us a
especially
minute.
our premier sponsor, Powering Indiana Lake County Studio, right here from Lake County Powering Indiana Studio.
Hey, who put this in the note? Is this real?
Yes,
Did you put this?
I put this in here.
I saw this, but I don't know.
My
what
wife
it
showed
is.
this to me last night. She's like, "Did you see this Instagram?"
Is this real though?
And it is real because I looked up the story and then I read the story about it.
All right, go. You want to read it off,
Oh,
Steve?
dear Lord, please
Sure.
do.
Well,
Or Jenny? Should Jenny?
have you? So
Miss
have you
Great
read this?
News?
Oh,
I have
you-
not read this. I don't
Okay.
know this one.
You haven't read
It's
this
great
yet.
news.
Don't
It might
read
be.
Don't read this out loud.
So, you can read it. But the headline was from the Instagram post was, at no point in this headline did I know exactly what the next word was going to be,
And that's so true.
and that is true. So just go ahead and read this
Ah!
Jenny,
this headline here.
I just want to say you don't have to read this if you don't want to, because people out there may clip some of these words coming out of your mouth
I'm
and
going
turn
to get
it
turned
into a
into
meme.
not good news, Jenny. I think that this
Oh
should
my
be yours.
goodness.
The P word, I don't want to say that.
All right.
I'm gonna.
Well,
it's
P-word?
gonna get
Porn?
just a second. Yeah, I'm just listen. There's talking about death and
what
And
word?
but you'll say
and
male
genitalia.
genitalia?
I would probably have said that. Yeah, I just.
Well, you just
listen.
did say it.
I mean,
I was going to
You're
ask her what
welcome.
word she didn't want
You're
to say.
welcome. It's just the overall context I'm going to try to stay away from.
But listen to this, and
But you're not against. No, we can't go. We can't go. into
Let's
that.
not, but I'm not.
You're not against it?
No. I mean, I'm not against.
Porn?
Yeah, I don't care. You do what makes you happy.
Chris right now watching is like, oh my god, please
I'm
change
good
the
news,
subject.
Jenny. You guys, listen. I'm not here for murder,
Porn's good
right?
news.
Or any type.
Anyway,
this
It's not good news.
so this is the headline
Don't
of the
get me
story.
fired today.
Spanish porn star Nacho Vidal, who likes to advertise his aromatic
Yep.
candles shaped like male genitalia on Twitter, has been arrested on manslaughter charges following a man's death during a mystic ritual in which he inhaled psychedelic toad venom.
What is happening in this world, you guys? What is this? What is this?
And so I actually went and
This is why I do
this
what I
story.
do.
The headline was the best part, but this guy he holds these like super ritualistic things like that, and he burned this
Where they like
venom,
lick a
which has,
frog?
like,
Oh.
yeah, it's like that. It has like
is
psychedelic things,
weird.
and he lit it, and he holds these like little sessions, right? So he gets paid, and then these people come in, and then he'll do this, and they're supposed to have like a life experience or whatever else. But this guy sniffs this toad venom that this other guy lit. This Nacho Vidal lit this, and this guy dies, and now this guy's up for manslaughter charges. But it was really just the headline that was the best. That was the best part.
Also, I don't know if that's the best name if that's your industry.
Nacho Vidal.
Nacho.
It doesn't seem like a good one to me.
I kind of want to, no, I don't actually.
Sniff the toad venom?
No, I was going to say no, never mind. So, you know what I want to see is
He wants to smell the candle.
GreatNews.Life reporting on more stuff like this. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, I'm
Funny
sorry.
ass
You're going to be
headlines.
disappointed. I do like funny headlines.
Yeah.
It's just, it can't be this story. But we could, we could make a funny headline about,
What
the
is
Maryville
he-
High School graduation and how great it is if you want.
I will give you $500 if you put that on the on your site.
I'm looking up
literally
Nacho
that would
Vidal.
go against our whole business premise, and you don't have enough money for that, sir.
All right, I'm looking up Nacho Vidal. I have to see what he looks like. This is him.
Well,
There's a lot of, is that leopard? Can we talk about this animal print?
Yeah.
This animal print, is that leopard?
that's
Cheetah?
cheetah, I think. That's
Cheetah? Is
right?
it cougar? It's got to be cougar.
I don't know.
Somebody said
props-
earlier
props
cougar.
to this guy. I mean,
Ladies, what do you think?
I mean, sure.
Nacho?
He's handsome. I don't know. His
Nacho
face
Vidal?
isn't that handsome.
No.
No.
so
Anyway, so Steve,
we
what do you
have-
got going
Still,
on?
I don't like the name. Let's work on that. Let's
So
workshop.
something else, right on the just riding the coattails of the porn story.
Let's just keep going with this because it seems like a great plan.
There's something else in Lake County that's happening, but you had some other things as well, Jenny.
No, please go into whatever you want.
that
Just
were going on. I
let's
just
get
want
out
to
of
make
here.
sure to mention that we have something called a sip and social.
Oh yes, let's talk about
speakeasy.
this.
And Jenny's also actually going to be a part of this as well. So we have a sip and social speakeasy. It is coming up on April 25th. It's in Valparaiso. It's at what's that place called again? I remember what it was called, but it was at Lower Lincoln. I'm sorry, it's at Lower Lincoln. But the whole premise of this is that you're stepping back in the 1920s. So you're walking in, you're going in through a hidden door, you're giving a password, you are walking in, and you're going to have burlesque. Like flapper girls, you're gonna have a cigarette girl walking around. You're gonna have a
You had
magician.
me at burlesque girls.
A magician.
There may be a magician there. I hear.
Just
I don't know. I hear it's
saying.
pretty good.
The
and
local best.
You're gonna have gangsters. You're
The
gonna have police officers.
He may not be the best, but he tries his best.
But locally, he sure is.
Wait, where is this at?
It's at Lower Lincoln. It's in downtown Valparaiso.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to buy tickets ahead of time. You just go to the social media, look for Valparaiso Creative Council. That's who's the host of this event. But it's going to sell out for sure. There are two different things on one night, two different sessions. You can go. You buy a ticket for a 2-hour session. I think it's $125 a ticket, and it's a fundraiser. But then that includes all the entertainment. And stuff once you get in there, and drinks and
I'll be hopefully handing out cocktails
appetizers.
or something fun.
Yeah, so Jenny will be there in her, I wouldn't say burlesque outfit, but you will be there
No.
in your flapper girl.
I'm definitely gonna go full costume. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Full
For
flapper
sure.
girl.
Full flapper.
Handing out some
Burlesque is
drinks.
a little too
what's
far
a-
away from Good News Jenny, so we can't
Oh,
do
that's
that.
great news, Jenny. What's a
Not
flapper
the case.
girl? What does that
Like
look like?
yeah, look it up.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of the 1920s style is the flapper girl. I don't
that's great.
necessarily know much of the history, so I won't talk about it. But
So like this?
this
You're
is the
gonna-
theme. Yeah, this is totally the theme.
This
I
is-
love the long fake cigarettes, so I'm totally gonna do that. I don't smoke, but I'll hold a fake one. That'll be fun. So yeah, very this vibe. Lots of pearls, lots of fringe, lots of fun kind of glamour vibes, feathers and such. So I haven't figured out what I'm wearing yet, but it is going to be a really fun event. And then, of course, who doesn't love a good costume party? I mean,
It's going to be awesome. This is going to
Sounds
be
awesome.
This is going to be a great event.
yeah, for sure.
So
And
please go to social media, check out Valparaiso Creative Council, and see if you can get some tickets to this.
this is April 25th.
April 25th. Yes.
Cool.
And then, so Jenny, we have just a couple of minutes left here. You put this story in here
It's another Nacho Vidal story.
God, you guys caught me on that
Indiana
one.
University
I
Northwest
was trying to
celebrates
pretend
a
like I wasn't a
legacy.
part of it,
It's
but
actually just
I
a
totally
video.
sent in all of it.
Can I play this? Here, Jenny.
You guys, again, you're going to get me in so much trouble.
What's this?
Sorry. Oh, yeah. So IUN, as you guys know, local amazing school, Indiana University Northwest, has celebrated the legacy of Red Hawk athletic excellence with the Hall of Fame champions. So they don't actually have a building for the Hall of Fame, it sounds like, yet. So they actually still did this really incredible ribbon cutting for the Hall of Fame itself, and then new inductions as well. So I think they've I haven't read all of the details here, but I think the base of it is that they have been kind of awarding folks this Hall of Fame award, but now they actually have a spot dedicated to this, and they just celebrated with a ribbon cutting. So it's some really good local news that we, of course, covered. This is covered by Philip. He's an incredible team member of ours, too. So if you've not met Philip in the community, everybody loves him. We get tons of emails about him, and he is one of our newer team members, Jared, as well. So this is a really cool event that we just covered a week or so ago. Red Hawk Athletics has been doing it. I don't know if you guys, how much you follow them, but they are out a lot. They talk a lot. They communicate a ton of really good news. So it's been really fun to work with IUN, but especially the Red Hawk kind of arm. It's really been awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, they're
and
great.
This is just an example of this kind of stuff that you cover. In case people don't know you, haven't listened to you on the show in the past. This is your third or fourth time, I think, on the show.
Yeah,
but. Just
I'm usually here, pumping this all about the girls
you
stuff.
And Chris are,
yeah.
You and Chris are always out here doing this positive stuff in the community and bringing light to all this great stuff.
To the not trash world of Nacho Man. Yeah, we try to bring the good news to everybody, right? We're constantly flooded with what the heck's going on in politics or our world or Alec Baldwin and who he wants to kill. But I think for us, it's...
Leave that to us here at Lockpod.
Yeah, you guys can do that. I love it. I tune in. You guys are fantastic. And I think it's also, Chris and I are not saying you should not be educated, but you should be educated. But you should be educated on the good news that's happening in your backyard, too. So that's what we hit. So we cover exclusively positive news. IUN's a great one. We just had the coverage, of course, of 219 Day. We were there for that event. We've got local sports. So all of your high school sports you can find. And we say all, but we mean all. So you'll find football and baseball and soccer and basketball, swimming, unified sports as well. So you're going to get volleyball, you're going to get gymnastics, you're going to just get so many things that maybe a newspaper would cover 40 years ago.
If your kid is in a sport, it'll be...
Yeah, and our goal is to take all of their pictures, not just the quarterback. And we want to take pictures of everybody, the marching band and the cheerleaders and the star sportsmen, but all of the sports folks. And I think that's... it's our main mission, has been for, we'll turn 16 in March.
And where can they find you at, Jenny? So
GreatNews.Life is our umbrella company. And then under that, we have hyper-local websites. So local here to Lake County is NWI.life. We have got Valpo Life.
NWI.life.
Valpo Life.
Valpo Life.
Portage
Life.
Yeah, so we're no .coms. We're all .life.
.life.
.life. Portage.life, LaPorte.County.life.
What's
got all
the next
the life.
.life?
Well,
Is that
we just
a secret?
launched. No, I don't know that we've decided that. We really like to go where people want us to be. We just launched in July in Michiana, so we have Michiana Life as well.
What is that, like New Buffalo?
It is St. Joe County, Elkhart County, southwestern Michigan. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a
lot of articles about
coverage
weed.
area. No, we're staying away from that.
The weed.
Yeah. But we are doing a ton of same thing, just the good news, the cool events. We covered some really awesome events in South Bend. Again, hitting their schools. They have a much heavier media landscape there than obviously here, but still there's local sports and stuff that we still need to cover because nobody's really doing that. So we're doing the same over there and covering some really cool events and teaching people social media and doing all kinds of neat stuff like that.
That's great.
Yeah, it's good.
Absolutely great what you guys do.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate
This is so
you coming
fun.
on and entertaining and getting through this hour show.
Yeah, you guys, I'm a little sweaty from the negative conversations.
Yeah.
Thanks to
I'm not
Johnny
used to
Cantrell.
this.
for coming on as well. I don't feel like should we talk about Navy submarines or something like that?
Navy sub. Do you want to end negatively?
No, I'm just saying without Tom and Kevin here, we need to talk about something that they always talk about.
What did they talk about?
No,
boring
we're good.
stuff.
We're good.
We're so much more exciting. It's totally fine.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you all for listening. Tom and Kevin will be back on Friday, right?
See you guys then.
And yes, thanks for listening to Lock Pod.
Yeah, thanks, guys. See you.
Bye, guys. Lock Pod's out.
Bye.